Hi, so here we are off on our second road trip in the space of about 10 days. We are heading up to the Lake District from SR Sussex. First stop we are going to try and get to is Warwick. The Tesla's near enough fully charged, 96%. We're in our standard range plus Model 3 and forward to showing you how we get on. We recently did a long trip to Cornwall. You'll be able to see that on another video.
We're just about to come into our first supercharge. Battery is ready, preconditioning. We've just got just over a mile to go until we're coming off at Warwick service
station.
In 1
mile, take the exit on the left.
We're on cruise control and autopilot.
So I've basically haven't touched a pedal, I think, since we got onto the M25 at Junction 6 in Surrey. We're now, as I say, coming up to Warwick. The autopilot's worked a dream. It makes it a very relaxing journey. So hopefully now we can find the supercharger. I think I know where they are because I haven't been here before, but not in the Tesla. So I have a feeling they are towards the far end of the car park. So that's autopilot finished for now.
Looks quite a good service station as well because there's lots of facilities, lots of things to eat, drink, toilets.
KFC.
Now take the exit on the left.
What could you want?
Exactly.
It's only Starbucks though.
Which way do I go?
Cars to the left.
Cars to the left. Left for the HGV.
In 500
Actually,
feet,
there's a sign,
your destination
Tesla
will be on the
charging
left.
To the left.
Just in front, you'll see there's a sign that says Tesla charging vehicle. It's quite busy. And I think
Now your destination is on the left.
over to the right.
Ah, here they are.
So as you come in, they're literally straight down the
One
end.
non-Tesla car
On the
parked
left.
in there. So they weren't where I thought. That must have been another services that I had been to.
They're right down by the Days Inn hotel.
Right, let's charge.
Something to eat.
So we're just leaving Warwick services, having had a good charge. We're up to 95% battery. There were no other cars when we arrived there in the charging bay apart from one non-charging Alfa Romeo. But at least the passengers were sitting in the car, so I think it was just a case they just jumped out. We've left there now. There was one other, there was a Model X in there charging, but we've now left. Next stop is Charnock Richard on the M6, the supercharger there, and we will catch up with you then. So we're in the northwest of England. Guess what? It's absolutely lashing down. Visibility at times has been rather poor due to extremely wet roads. We are approaching Charnock Richard services. We will be there in about 6 minutes, and hopefully the rain will stop to allow us to get out to use the facilities. just about to finish charging at Charnock Richard. Again, no problems. Got about 90 kilowatts an hour at the start. It's dropped to about 40 now. We're approaching 80% battery. We are now going to do a stop at T-Bay, which isn't really required, but we've decided we would stop at T-Bay, Penrith T-Bay supercharger, just so that when we get to the hotel we will have about 70% charge. That way we don't have to worry about charging tomorrow. We can continue our tour of the Lake District. We are got golf planned and various other things to do tomorrow, so rather than have to spend a bit of time going and getting the charge in the morning, we would charge tonight on the way there. So we will be leaving in a minute, and we will see you at Penrith. So we're just about to finish charging at Penrith T-Bay. They've got a nice little cafe in there with views out over the fields and things. It's quite pleasant. A little detour because we were heading northbound, and this is a southbound service station. A little bit of a detour, but we've got there okay. Not a problem. Weather's still horrible, but we have only a 45-minute or so dash now to the hotel. We are currently on 90% charge, which should get us to the hotel with just over 70%, which should mean we won't have to charge for a couple of days probably. And there are a number of chargers around, not Tesla ones, but other chargers in Keswick and the like, so we'll have a look there. Okay, see you later. So we finished our visit to the Lake District. We are just about to leave the Instavolt charger at Kendall Booth's supermarket. We've used them a couple of times now at Kendall and at Keswick, and they're great. Four rapid chargers, 50 kilowatt rapid chargers, so they've done the trick a couple of times. We've done so far on the trip 543 miles. We are now heading to the Premier Inn at Solihull South. We're going to stop off there tonight before finishing the rest of the journey on the way home. So it has us charging at Hilton Park for a little period, I think. So we'll stop there on the next charge, but only a quick one it looks to get to Premier Inn with about 26% battery. Might try and up that a bit so that we don't have to charge immediately when we get started in the morning. Okay, so we've just charged at Hilton Services. 12 charging stations here. It was absolutely empty when we arrived. There now is one other Model 3 who I think is just about to leave. We only have a short 31-mile journey to Solihull, where we're staying for the night, before we head back to East Sussex in the morning. So I'll try and show you 12 chargers. All work fine, no problems. The services here are a little bit grotty, not my favourite. Might try and avoid here in future, but never mind. See you later. So, last supercharger stop of our holidays. We are at the Oxford services. There's loads of chargers here, I think 16 or something. It was fairly empty when we arrived, now filling up as we're approaching 20 past 12. We should be home in about an hour and 45 minutes, and that will be the end of our journeys. We've so far done 770 miles, so we have another 90 to do, so about 860 miles in total for this trip to the Lake District. And obviously we did Cornwall as well a few weeks ago, so we've put the car through its paces, and it has to be said has performed very well. We will do a review when we're back. So, reviewing our Lake District road trip. We did have some issues on the way back. Coming south into the sun, we had 3 incidents of phantom braking. There's been a lot of talk about phantom braking on a number of the forums recently, and it was a little bit unnerving when it happened. First time was on autopilot, just going past a large lorry. Didn't cause us any issue, but just went from about 70 down to about 60 in a very short space of time. The second time and the third time both happened in short succession, just after we put autopilot, or just after I turned autopilot on. It quickly broke. Then I accelerated again, and it quickly broke again. Again, it seemed to be related to the sun, probably sun getting a bit low in the sky maybe, as we headed south. We didn't have any problems going north, so admittedly the weather wasn't as good, so it wasn't as sunny. It was very sunny on the way back, and also hot. We were heading into 30, 35 degree temperatures, so that might have had something to do with it. Apart from that, the car worked great, and the phantom braking wouldn't put me off from using autopilot, but it might put my partner off. Well, actually it would put my partner off from using the autopilot, so that's something they need to get sorted out if they want to encourage more people to use autopilot. And also I think if full self-driving is going to be around, there's still a bit of work to do on that front. Apart from that, chargers up in the Lake District, there were a fair few. We were never too far from chargers. Lake District is quite rural, so you're always going to expect a little bit of a drive, but we found there were some great chargers, certainly the Instavolt chargers at Keswick and Kendal in Booths supermarkets. 4 chargers each of those, empty when we got there. Work really well with contactless payment, and they're very fast and easy to use. Would definitely look for Instavolt as my probably second choice chargers now after the Tesla superchargers. Also, we used the Genie Point at Ambleside, but that was a single charger there, so had we turned up and somebody was already there, we would have had to have waited, but we really used that just because it was available. We didn't actually need charge on that day, but it just meant we didn't have to worry about charging later on. Superchargers all work great as usual, both up and down. We didn't have to wait for any, so no problems. Everyone worked where we went to.
overall, no range anxiety. I would be happy to travel in the Tesla Model 3 to anywhere in the UK, and I find autopilot personally quite relaxing. I don't get as tired as I would if I was normally driving a car, so it would allow me to travel further. So coming up, depending on lockdown restrictions, we are intending to travel to the Republic of Ireland to visit my family later in the year, so keep an eye out for a video on that. So we'll be looking to hopefully charge on the ferry going over from Holyhead to Dublin and on the way back, if all goes to plan, but with lockdown restrictions at the moment we can't go to Ireland, but we will keep an eye out for that. Also, if you haven't already watched it, we did a Cornwall road trip a couple of weeks back. Have a watch that video. Hopefully, if I work out how to do this properly, there should be a link somewhere up here. Okay? Thanks. Bye.